Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fadila Heriana, and my student number is 13086200225. In this opportunity, I'd like to talk about human impact on biodiversity. The purpose of my presentation is to tell us, as human beings, if not to maintain an environment, which here is biodiversity. The outline of my presentation, there are: what is biodiversity, human impacts on biodiversity, why protect biodiversity, biodiversity traits, and now closing thoughts. First, what is biodiversity? In biology meaning, biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth. Biodiversity is also the measure of the number, variety, and variability of living organisms, and biodiversity refers to diversity within species, between species, and among ecosystem. Next, biodiversity is the web of life. This is why biodiversity is important. Biodiversity exists as a complex web, web of life on land and in water. It includes all organisms from microscopic bacteria to more complex plants and animals, and all living things are interconnected. Biodiversity is also an indicator of a global health. Biodiversity is a barometer of environmental health. Biodiversity provides an early warning system about the stability and the healthiness of Earth. For example, the greater the variety of species is also the greater the biosphere. And then biodiversity is our living wealth. What we can get from biodiversity. First, we get global resources, made of agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. And for your information, today's biodiversity is 3.5 billion years old. Next, biodiversity is a matter of human survival. In this case, first, the world's 1.1 billion poor people most depend on the nature. About 40% of the global economy is based on the biological products and a service. More than 50% of all commercial medicines used today come from nature. About 80% of the poor people in developing countries are dependent on a traditional medicine from nature, World Health Organization. And then there is human impacts on a biodiversity. Human-made disruptive changes. First, by the end of the 21st century, we may have lost 2 until 3 of the species on Earth. And to date, about 50% of the planet's natural habitats have been cleared for human use. And the last, the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment found that more than 60% of ecosystem surface worldwide are degraded. And then, why we protect the biodiversity? First, the value important is the moral, right to exist, and economic, valuable now and in the future, and ecological, which is maintain ecosystem health. So, the threats to biodiversity. There are principal causes of extinction. First, destruction of habitat, displacement by introduced species, al- alteration of habitat by chemical pollution, hybridization of species, which is plants, and overharvesting. Causes of species extinction: natural processes, excessive harvesting of particular species of economic value, and introduction of exotic invasive species including disease, impact of various environmental pollutants, change in climate, and knock-on effects from extinction of essential companion species. And in the other causes, we have first, habitat loss and habitat degradation. Habitat loss occurs when habitat is converted into other uses. For example, when a pond is filled or a grassland is converted into housing or industrial projects. Next, invasive species. In the invasive species, we know that biotic pollution is the introduction of a foreign species into an area where it's not native. Exotic species change the vegetation, compete with native species, and prey on them. And also, exotic species may hybridize with native species, causing genetic pollutant, which is after gene pool. And the third, environmental pollution. And there is acid deposition, global warming, toxic discharge, bacterial contamination, nutrient buildup, and a plastic. And the last, over exploitation, which is over hunting, poaching, overfishing, and over collecting. Preserving endangered species. First, we can do habitat restoration, clean up and recapitulation, pristine restoration, removing introduced species. And in the species restoration, that we can do is captive propagation, preserving keystone species, and sustaining genetic diversity. So there is ex situ conservation. The ex situ conservation means offset conservation. The species of plants and animals to be protected are removed from the natural habitats and are placed in the safer areas under the control of man. And the last that we can do is in situ conservation. In situ conservation means on-site conservation, which is protection of species within the natural habitats of the species of animal and plants. Some closing talks. Next, in the in these slides, how do we restore ecological balance or biodiversity? First, don't deplete non-renewable resources. Use renewable resources efficiently and sustainably. Don't create persistent toxicity, respect and protect biodiversity, and follow organic farming, which provides the foundation for restorative agriculture. What can we do? First, increase public awareness, support research, establish worldwide system of park and reserve control pollution, provide economic incentive for proper management, and last, donate liberally for biodiversity conservation projects. So that's all from my presentation. And the last words that I can say, if we do not protect nature, nature will not protect us. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.